Hey, I'm Kole Hicks. I'm the Senior Director of Products here at GoGrid, and today I want to talk to you about HIPAA compliance and HIPAA infrastructure. What does that mean, right? When you think of HIPAA, it goes all over the board in terms of what a company needs to do to be HIPAA compliant. Well, when you're working with cloud providers, there are a lot of moving parts to make sure that your infrastructure itself is compliant. So what do you need to think about? That's where GoGrid can help out. So first, let's talk just a little bit about what you need to be thinking about. First, we have a perimeter layer. Right? So when you think about a network, the perimeter is where traffic is coming in and out of the network, and there are certain things that you need to be doing at the perimeter to make sure that you're maintaining your compliance. With GoGrid, some of the things that we manage are things like DDoS protection. So if people are trying to break into your perimeter, we protect you against that. We also do things like IP reputation filtering, which helps maintain a secure network around the perimeter. Now, going one step further, and you start thinking about the application layer, right? So in the application layer, there are certain things your infrastructure also needs to do in order to be compliant. These end up being things like setting up firewalls. And at GoGrid, for example, we have a software firewall that you can use to block ports on your application and make sure that traffic can't come in and out, that bad traffic can't come in and out, and that the traffic is actually filtered in a way that's meaningful. Customers, a lot of times when they're working with HIPAA, will try to set up firewall rules themselves, and they can use their own software. So the responsibility goes back and forth when you're working with a cloud provider. You're going to want to make sure that you have this application layer covered, though. One way or another, either we can do it for you, we can provide a software solution or a hardware solution on GoGrid, or you can set up a software solution yourself and manage it that way. Beyond the application layer, what you start looking at is the network layer, and this is where it's really critical that you think about who you're working with, right? So at GoGrid, we've taken steps to ensure that the network is secure on a variety of levels. So everything from intrusion detection, network-based firewalls that are on our side, vulnerability assessments, looking at our managed services where we actually install agents across the client's infrastructure and monitor the client's network traffic from start to finish to ensure that we know exactly what's going on, and then also logging the activity on the client's network for them. So this is one of the ways that we help customers become HIPAA compliant. With this type of a service, we're able to provide a report specific for customers who have HIPAA requirements. That allows them to ensure that their network, all the little checkboxes that they need to be compliant, is covered. Beyond that, you have the actual server layer. So what's happening there? This layer is where the responsibility falls on both the customer and GoGrid, if you chose someone like us to go with, right? So what you're looking at the server layer are things like OS patching, antivirus, who's accessing those servers. Now, when you sign up for GoGrid, we give you a generic password. Customers are expected to then take and change that password so that we don't have access to your servers at all beyond that point. There's no way we can get in there, right? So the security, managing the security, the logging of access to those servers, that becomes part of your HIPAA responsibilities. And you have to make sure that when you're talking about your infrastructure and when you're going through your HIPAA compliant reporting, that you have some way of logging that information. Beyond this network and server layer, then you get into the actual physical layer of infrastructure itself. And this is where things like data center security become important, right? At GoGrid, we have multiple levels of security in our data center. And if you look on our website, you'll be able to see the various forms of compliance that we already meet, the various regulations that we already meet. So, everything from armed guards to ID access, badging of personnel who come in and out of our data centers, and knowing exactly who is there at any one time. We make sure that the hardware that provides for this entire platform that we've built, this cloud infrastructure that we've built, is secure using best of breed, best practices. The next thing that you need to account for with HIPAA is more around administrative accounting, so administrative controls. What that means is more around how you handle the customer's data. How long do you keep it? Do you back it up? So at GoGrid, for example, we can help you with all the various things that you need to actually manage that customer's data. So everything from backup and restore to being able to encrypt the data at rest and when it's in transit, to how long you keep the data archives for. Those are all things that we can help you with at GoGrid. So one of the things that we've done is we've come up with a solution bundle to make onboarding of customers who have requirements for HIPAA easy. So we have what's called right? So this bundle consists of several components of infrastructure, starting with the failover requirements that customers may have. So we can start off with geo-aware So we have geo-aware load balancing, which allows us to distribute load between various data centers. We can also do targeted failover. So if one data center goes down for any reason, say, if there is some sort of massive emergency, or you don't know, some black swan event that happens, and you need to fail over to another data center, and it's critical for your business continuity, we can do that for you. Beyond that, within a particular data center, we have dynamic load balancing. Now, what our dynamic load balancers do are provide high availability load balancing to various servers within a data center. So this provides for failover across geographies. This provides for high availability within a particular data center. So if you deploy these in pairs of two, one goes down, you can make sure that your traffic is distributed across your servers. So this is included in the bundle as well, along with a variety of cloud servers. So and what this does, this allows you to balance the load between the servers. So if any one of these goes down, you don't have to worry about the data ever leaving the environment. You can make sure that it's deployed in a way that's HA, so highly available. Beyond the cloud servers, this is where you really start needing to think about how do you monitor and log the information. As we talked about, at the network layer, things become a little bit interesting. So what we offer is our managed security services. So pairing in our managed security services, you get intrusion detection, threat prevention, and logging. So this gives you a level of HIPAA reporting that you're not able to get in other places. So beyond the managed security services, we've also thrown in basic monitoring. So this is a health check on your services to make sure that all the infrastructure that you've deployed is up and running. So this is the basic bundle. Now, the cool part about this, if you want to change this and add more cloud servers, only go in one data center to start, or mix and match and add additional services from GoGrid, if you want to deploy block storage or cloud storage, or go with maybe even some dedicated servers, we can add these into the solution bundle and still give you everything that you need to get started. Make sure that your infrastructure is ready to help you be HIPAA compliant. And we'll go as far as signing a BAA agreement with you to make sure that you know clearly what your responsibilities are for HIPAA compliance and what responsibilities we're taking on for HIPAA compliance as well. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you found this fun and informational. Good luck with HIPAA.
Just tell us what you want monitored. Ping, TCP, port scanning, or HTTP GET on any of your servers. And those servers actually could be outside of the GoGrid infrastructure and on another cloud. And when we receive